Hi there. One of the most frustrating things for leaders to deal with is the rumor mill amongst their employees' peers, the leaders' peers themselves. And what you need to focus on in the rumor mill is that rumors sprout up to fill the void in communication need. So if you aren't providing the information, if there's any sort of question as to what's going on, then that's when rumors get started. So if you show me an organization that has a very active rumor mill, I will show you an organization that isn't communicating effectively. So the question then is begged, how do you actually communicate that? Well, you handle 6 particular areas. So if you have a rumor mill, or even if you don't, focus on these next 6 areas to tackle that and eliminate it as much as possible. The first thing that you want to do is actually just pump as much information in there as possible in an informal setting, making yourself available to the employees so that if they have a question, they can ask you and not the person sitting next to them who's just going to make a guess. So that's the importance of stopping by everybody's desks and saying good morning. That's the importance of stopping by in the middle of the day and seeing how things are going, saying goodbye at the end of the evening, stopping off in the lunchroom and getting something from the water cooler, that sort of thing. Those informal communication channels are often what people feel most comfortable with, and it's your first line of defense in tackling any of the rumors. The second thing to do is actually give the reason why for your decisions. A lot of people will fill in the blanks. If you decide to take a particular course of action, they will wonder why it is that you're taking that course of action. And they can come up with all kinds of crazy things, especially if the news is bad as to what you're doing. So you need to give them the why behind what your thinking is. And the power of that is eventually, after you've given the why enough times, they'll actually be able to start understanding what it is that your thought processes are behind your decisions. So they'll be able to fill in the blanks better, even if you can't give the why for a particular thing. The third thing that you want to do as far as communicating more to tackle the rumor mill is being very upfront with bad news. Where you get the most problems with a rumor mill is filling in bad news and coming up with wild ideas as to what's happening. If you're very upfront with your bad news, then they know that there isn't any sort of bad news on the horizon because you're always very good about bringing it up front to them. So it's important and highlighted most with the bad news that you give. The fourth thing from a communication standpoint is working through formal methods. That can be memos, that can be, something on the bulletin board, newsletters, that sort of thing. Have some formal communication channels. Just like there's those individuals that really prefer the informal channels, there are those individuals who don't trust anything unless it comes through a formal channel. So you want to tackle both sides of that equation. The fifth thing, and perhaps the most important, is to let the employees know that if they have questions, they can come to you. You need to be open to all questions. You need to be available. It's beyond keeping your door open. It's having a welcoming attitude when somebody pops into that door. You need to know that they need to know that if they have questions, they can come to you and you are going to be honest. This is something that happens over time. You really have to nurture it. You really have to make it a priority because it doesn't always come natural in our busy, busy world that we have. So be open to them, because if you're not open to them when they have those questions, they're going to go to the grapevine. They're going to go to the rumor mill, the person next to them, and try to fill in those blanks. And if they're not informed, if those people they go to aren't informed, then that's where they're going to start getting those rumors cycling through and it passes along. The sixth thing is that you do need to address when people come up with harmful rumors. Now, you don't want to inhibit their ability, or you don't want to give the impression that you don't want them talking to their fellow coworkers. However, when it is bad news, redirect them to you so that you can explain what that bad news is. Rumors can be harmful to organizations, to people's feelings, to the overall productivity. And so if you have somebody that's spreading harmful rumors, you do need to address that. So the 6 things, just to cover them one more time. You want to pump as much information into the department in informal settings as possible. You want to give the why behind your decisions. Be sure that you have everything buttoned up as far as bad news is concerned and you're conveying it as quickly as possible. Have those formal channels, those memos, those newsletters, those regular things that you can do in a formal setting to kind of cement what's going on from your communication standpoint. Let the employees know that you are available for questions and you want them to come to you with questions. And then deal with those people that are spreading the negative rumors around and make sure that they know they should come to you first. That's it. Have a good one, everyone.